UFC 307 just wrapped up, and before we get into anything, Mario Bautista, buddy, we're starting off with you because you pissed me the fuck off. If you saw my Twitter, you know this guy pissed me the fuck off. Mario Bautista, that was not a fight. Jose Aldo won that fight, more damage got off, stuffed 10 takedowns, had more effectiveness in general. It's just fucking bullshit. It's fucking so stupid, and I don't know. It's ridiculous that he got that decision. Judges and refs this entire card, horrible, absolutely terrible. Dana White, the athletic commission, whoever, you got to crack down on these motherfuckers because this was terrible. Now that that's out the way, just all right. We'll start from the top of the card. Move on. We'll get through these quickly. Court McGee quickly submits Tim Means. You know, man, it is what it is. It is whatever. Moving on. First decision, which I agreed with this one. I didn't 30-27. I don't agree with 29-28. I thought Tisha Pennington won rounds 2 and 3 clearly. The crowd was booing on Twitter. People were not agreeing with the decision, but I don't know. In my opinion, the 4 minutes and 50 seconds of successful striking by Tisha Pennington outweighs the final 10 seconds of Esparza elbows, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm fucking crazy, but anyway, that's that fight. Carlo Esparza retires after. Moving on, Ryan Spann versus OSP. Yeah, he just got wrecked. OSP got destroyed by Ryan Spann because OSP is a billion years old and Ryan Spann isn't. Yeah, all right, moving on. Cesar Almeida, Ihor Pereira. Cesar Almeida. I think we need to have a course in the UFC for fighters. I mean, first of all, for refs on how to handle the situation. Maybe take a point after the fourth eye poke. I don't know. Maybe it's just me again, but Cesar Almeida. We can't stick our fingers in our opponent's eyes. It's just simply not allowed. I thought they'd run that by you in the locker room, maybe, or the fact that you've been in the UFC, but that you can't do. Um. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this fight. Is the ref was horrendous, and yeah, moving on. Austin Hubbard versus Alexander Hernandez. I can't lie. I was showering and driving and getting ready during this fight to go out with my boys. Um, so I don't really have an opinion on this fight. Although I heard the scorecards and I don't get how a judge can give Austin Hubbard 30-27 while two judges give Alexander Hernandez 29-28. Either one judge or two judges just saw something completely fucking wrong. Somebody's in the wrong with the scoring. Either the one guy for Hubbard or the two for Hernandez. I don't know. I'd have to watch it back, but somebody fucked up. Somebody, or maybe two people fucked up this scorecard. It's another prime example of how stupid these judges are. Moving on, Mariano Rodriguez versus I don't know how to say Lucinda. I thought Mariano Rodriguez won, but I could see why you'd give it to Lucinda. I just thought Mariano Rodriguez was better on the feet, better striking, and that outweighed the somewhat lackluster grappling, like boring grappling of Lucindo, but it is what it is. I thought it was a close fight. You can't really be mad no matter how it's scored. Moving on, my boy Stephen Thompson. I mean, I'm happy Joaquin Buckley won. I think it's better for the future of the welterweight division. I was not happy seeing Wonderboy knocked out though. I was just hoping Buckley would take it to a decision. But oh yeah. Sorry, it's like 3:30 in the morning, but Joaquin Buckley decided to not let that happen, and he knocked out Stephen Thompson. But yeah, I think it's better to have Joaquin Buckley win this fight. Like I said, for the future of the division, mainly because it's not just another contender he could build up. Stephen Thompson's old; he's not really gonna have a shot at a title. I'm not saying I don't think Joaquin Buckley will win the title, but with this win right here, you could get him an interesting fight. Maybe I don't know. I have to look at the rankings. I don't feel like doing that right now. But you can get him a better fight than you could have if Wonderboy won, because Wonderboy loses to those guys at the top and beats guys at the bottom, except Joaquin Buckley. All right, moving on to the main card. Kayla Harrison versus Caitlin Vieira. I don't give a fuck. Caitlin Harrison should have finished her, and she didn't. Did not look great in this fight, but she'll beat Juliana Pena because Juliana Pena's not good. I thought versus. Oh, we'll get to that fight, but Kayla Harrison. She did what she did. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to say. A lot of holding up against the fence. She pulled the Holly Holm. She inherited some of Holly Holm's traits from fighting Holly Holm. And yeah, Caitlin Vera, held her own against this quote unquote woman in the octagon. And yeah, moving on. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Um, yeah, Kevin Holland broke a rib. I don't really blame him for not continuing. People calling him a quitter, like, yes, he quit, but at the same time, broke his fucking rib. And I don't think he would have done very well. I don't think it benefits anybody by sending him back out there with a broken rib or a pop rib or whatever it was. For him just to fight really bad, get dominated, and more hurt, it benefits nobody. It wouldn't be more entertaining to watch him fight. Yeah, we'd applaud him for heart, but it's Kevin Holland. Heart is never really there. Moving on. He stuffed 10 takedowns. Does it give me the fight stats here? Okay. Yeah, total strikes and significant strikes. A big fucking difference, by the way. Jose Aldo had more significant strikes than Mr. Mario Bautista. Let's go to takedowns. Oh, 0 for 10 on takedowns. Does Aldo not get credit for stuffing said takedowns? We can break it down. I thought Batista won round one. I thought it very fair he won round one, with some quote unquote control time, but yeah, I thought he just outstruck Aldo in round one. I thought he was crisp around the feet, getting to the punch first, but here comes round two, buddy. Round two, Mr. Aldo, he outstrikes him, and in a significant strikes, not in the total strikes because Mario Batista leaned on him like a little itty bitty bitch, and yeah, it's just like 0 for 4 on takedowns. It's just bullshit, dude. It's really bullshit. Because then we come to round three. Aldo again, 17 to 10, outlanding him significant strikes, outlanding him on total strikes. 0 for 4 on takedowns. It's just like I don't understand. Like, how does the guy that doesn't want to fight and didn't fight be the guy that wanted to fight and fight? It's fucking terrible, man. That was such a bad judging job. Even Dana White agreed in his post fight presser that this was a terrible, terrible judged fight. Anyway, moving on. Raquel Pennington, Juliana Pena. At the end of the day, I don't really care, but I think it's better for the division that Juliana Pena won. But I thought Raquel Pennington won 1-4-5 in my professional personal opinion. I thought that's how that went down. But uh, I'm also just not a fucking judge. So God, I'm so tired. This video's gonna be shit. But I should just go off on fucking Mario Batista somewhere because that guy pissed me off. Oh my god. Oh my god. That fight really, it just ruined it. Like, I was right. I was back by the. It made me really mad knowing what was to follow was this co-main. Like, the fact that I really had I had just over an hour to let it brew that Jose Aldo just got like nut hugged and still should have gotten the win, but he got robbed. But yeah, Raquel Pennington, Juliana Pena. I thought Raquel Pennington won 1-4-5 clear. When they showed the scorecards, it was very rounds 2 through 5 were consistent with 2 and 3 going to Pena, 4 and 5 going to Pennington on all scorecards, and but round one was the one that was split with Pena getting 2 votes versus Pennington's 1. I thought Pennington won round one, but Who the fuck am I? And who really cares? At least Juliana Pena and Kayla Harrison will shit talk each other, so that's all that matters. Moving on to the main event of the evening, Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. Alex Pereira does what he does best, saves the card by getting a knockout. However, let's not forget, the reason this fight got put together is because Dana White didn't prepare and he wanted an easy knockout for Mr. Pereira, and that's not what he got. I thought it was 2-1 going into round 4, and it was going to end up being 2-2 with Pereira 10-8 in round 4. But Pereira was struggling early. He was getting clipped. He almost got knocked down by Rountree in round 2. Like that was close. It was really close to being a knockdown. And Alex Perry came out lethargic. He came out slow, but the fact that this was a competitive fight shows that even against a guy with a weird style, he could fight through adversity. But what this also tells me is if he fights Aspinall, he might get knocked out in 15, 20 seconds because Khalil Rountree was landing clean on that chin. Granted, Alex Pereira's chin stood the test, and they weren't full force because he kind of leaned back at times and wasn't taking the full brunt of the punch. But if that's Tom Aspinall, dude, he's getting knocked out. Like it's just a fact. He's going to get knocked out. Um, so yeah, it's still a fight I'd like to see though, just because Alex Pereira was Alex Pereira. He could knock out Aspinall at any point if he hits him with that one shot. So let the guy go for history. All right. Here's the way it should play out. If Jones doesn't retire, you make Jones Aspinall. If he does, you make Aspinall Pereira. But if he does, then you make Aspinall Jones, and then you make Ferreira Ankalaev. And oh my god, I'm not yawning until I start talking on a video. It's actually mad annoying, but yeah, that's what the future of the heavier weight classes. I think Alex Pereira should take a little break. He's been really active this past year. It's his 4th fight since November. Versus John Jones, no fights since February 2023. So go figure. Aspinall had to defend his heavyweight interim belt twice, but I digress. This was this wasn't a great card. I can't lie. This fight was cool. This fight was, for a women's fight, it wasn't bad. Ryan Spann, it was just a decimation. It wasn't terrible. This fight was fucking awful. Awfully officiated. Didn't see this fight. Mid fight, honestly. This fight was good. I liked Thompson Buckley. It was a good fight. Mid, god awful. Above average for this card, but still not great. And peak cinema. As fucking, it was a great fight. I like this fight because every time somebody threw a punch, I cringed because I was just expecting when if any punches landed clean that the person on the receiving end would get knocked out. But yeah, and I have to say, whoever's doing the UFC strike numbers does a terrible job because in round 1. I don't really see a world where Alex Pereira outlanded Khalil Rountree. I thought Khalil Rountree, a lot of his punches were getting through and connecting. The same with round 2. I thought Khalil outstruck Alex in both rounds. Round 3, you see, I thought the numbers should be wider. Now it's just the other way. In round 4, it was just a brutal beatdown. This would have been a 10-8 if it got out. So yeah, Alex Pereira would have been up 1. All Khalil could have done was drawn. Unless you guys tired, yeah. Oh man. But he was so gassed at this point, which that's what elevation will do to you. That but yeah, he showed a lot of heart. I'm probably gonna do a fights to make video, and cause I got some ideas for some of these guys. But yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. Just fuck Mario Bautista, Mario Bautista K, and yeah, that's all I really got for you guys in this video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.